Hi, I'm Rose. I am an energy healer. I am a mentor and coach, and mom and friend, and fellow student of life. In my last video, I spoke about personal responsibility and victim consciousness as being a breakthrough in being able to heal my relationship to myself. And I've also seen it through the years with people, clients that I've worked with, how important it is to make that shift from victim consciousness to responsibility. And one of the things that people find really, really difficult to do that is that we're so ingrained in our patterns and in our belief systems around the way we react to things or respond to things that we almost think that we justify it. Like if somebody treats us badly, the first response a person has is like, oh well, how dare they wrong, and if I'm angry because of them. When a person starts taking responsibility for yourself, you start realizing you're angry because you're angry, and your anger is your own. How other people behave and how other people respond to you is completely out of your control. But how you behave in your life and how you respond not only to the things going on around you, but most importantly, how you respond to your world inside of you, that is in your control. And that is what it means to have personal responsibility. Um, it comes in varying degrees, and I think that any lesson that we're learning in life, it's something that we can always just keep going deeper and deeper and deeper with. And another aspect of personal responsibility, not only are you claiming ownership for your own emotions and your own experiences and the way in which you perceive the world around you, and then taking ownership of your healing and the way you treat your body, the way you treat your mind, the way you respond to your thoughts, to your emotions. Those are all parts of personal responsibility. But so is claiming the life that you are living. And I say that from the perspective of if we had to step out of this life, so we're dead. And before we dead, we're something before we come into this body. So if we don't think that we are the ones who chose the life we're living and the soul contracts that we are playing out and the experiences that we are having, like saying we didn't choose our family, we didn't choose our culture, we didn't choose our country, we didn't, that's just being a victim actually to the life that you're living, and it's not claiming sovereign responsibility over that life. So sovereign responsibility means that before you came in, a life was planned and those plans were chosen by you. If you don't believe that they were chosen by you, it's impossible to be a sovereign being, because it means that God chose it. It was random, it's destiny, it's fate, it's all these things. And you, as your own soul, aren't having a choice in that matter. And that is also a large part of claiming personal responsibility for yourself and your life. We don't remember the lives that we've lived before this one. Some people might believe we don't live any other life other than this one. My belief and my own life's journey and experiences have definitely shown me that we most certainly do, but that's my belief. That doesn't have to be anybody else's. And the other thing for me that confirms that is why people are born in these different circumstances, because we are in control of our own consciousness. Although I do believe that there's a planetary influence on consciousness hugely, and I might have spoken about it in other videos on this channel, but ultimately we are responsible for our consciousness, the way in which we think, the way we behave, the way we believe. And consciousness is a vibration. Your belief systems create that consciousness, and we can allow ourselves to expand to know all the secrets of the universe, or we can stay really small and stuck in the consciousness of the confines of being a slave to the ego and a slave to that collective consciousness that tries to keep us asleep to the true nature of our being and how to be sovereign human beings, taking personal responsibility for ourselves. Because a sovereign person is a person who is empowered. A sovereign person is a person who doesn't hold their past as the reason for them being who they are today. They make choices and they can see choices. So that's also a massive part. All of it is intertwined into one another, sovereignty and personal responsibility. So to heal your relationship to yourself, you have to claim ownership of the life you're living, of the experiences that you've had, no matter how shitty and traumatic they were, you've had them. And there is a silver lining in everything. Belief systems create that reality. So if you start looking to see, well, why is this happening for me? Not why does this keep happening to me? You have an opportunity that's seizing responsibility. That's going, okay, I've chosen this experience and I've chosen this in order to help myself, in order to expand my consciousness, in order to be a better version of myself. So if you can have that philosophy when life is happening all around, and things happen to us all the time because that is life, all of a sudden you start going into this empowered version of looking at things from a different angle. And then you give yourself the power to say, well, I'm not going to deal with this the way I've always done with the way I've always dealt with it, because it was Einstein, wasn't it, who said that if you keep doing the same thing the same way, except expecting a different result, that is the definition of insanity. And most of us do that with the stuff that feels intangible to us, the parts of our being, our emotions and our thoughts and the way we react and respond to other people and how we are triggered. That tends to be on a real autopilot. And then at the end of it, we just go, oh, I can't help it. It's because, I was triggered and it was because of my past. Or, oh, I can't help it because all people react that way. And those are all just excuses for not changing ourselves, not taking the responsibility to rise above those automatic responses, to give ourselves choice in how we respond and deal with our life. So every moment and every opportunity and every experience is a new moment for growth, a new moment for healing. And we can give that to ourselves when we choose to take responsibility for ourselves and stop blaming everything on everything around us. So in the last video, I spoke about the importance of personal responsibility, and this one just kind of drives it home a whole lot more as to why that is one of the most valuable foundations to get lasting change, to heal your relationship to yourself. You go from being a victim to everything around you, including your own mind and your own emotions, to going, hang on, I'm in the driver's seat here, and I'm going to choose how I am responding to my life, to these circumstances, and most importantly, to myself.